6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Robinson, they call me Jay.
This is Michael Jeffrey, they call me Mike Jeff.
This is Logan Barnes, and they call me Pounds.
This is Vince Smith, and they call me Vinny.
And this is The Last Dab.
I was absolutely ripped, and I got drunk too the night before. So I was just
Faded.
Yeah, I can't do that shit.
So
yeah, that whole day, that cake, I ended up eating like 5 or 6 pieces of that cake.
shit.
Damn. Go to the NBA games right now.
Hey, I'll say this right now. Lakers are trash.
Right now they're looking bad.
Lakers are trash. Because they act like they can't they can win without AD, and they can't. They just can't.
Well, I mean, LeBron likes to team shop, but they'll get
Sure
it. I'm not gonna say anything about him right now. It's LeBron. They'll find a way. They're gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, AD's coming back, but is he gonna be strong enough to play the way he was playing in the playoffs? Because he's coming back from the injury,
yeah.
essentially when the playoffs start. And it's not that they won't be in the playoffs, but they're gonna be a low seed, and guess what that means?
Might
They'll be
just get
playing the best.
postponed. Oh, because are they not allowing any sporting events in Canada? I bet. That's probably why.
Yeah, there's a.
Is that why?
I think so.
Because I think the hockey teams are playing in like different states because they can't play in Canada.
He said, "Nah, it's fine."
He saw it out of the corner. I was gonna make sure that no one noticed, but
That's why you got the end tonight.
no. Usually I can do it very well, but this thing's leaking on the end, bro.
It's alright, we got more beer, don't worry about it.
I lost about 3 fluid ounces right about there, so hey, it fits in my glass. We're all right.
He's funny as
I was just the Pacers aren't playing tonight, are they? It didn't say anything. It didn't say anything about the Pacers playing, right?
No.
That's the reason why I wanted to bring it up.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they don't
The
play
Warriors
tonight.
and Lakers play.
I think Sabonis should leave because he's very good.
You think he should leave?
Yep.
He's so serious.
He's so good, bro.
Dude, if he leaves, we're done. Our team's gone.
That's the point. That if that man, which he isn't like that. He's a loyal player.
They play tomorrow night. 76ers.
That'll be a tough game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough game. Because Joel Embiid has not been fucking around with people right now.
I love living in Indiana when it comes to sports because Pacers and Colts both. Every single year, it's just so.
It's just your hope diminishes.
Yeah, it's just every year you watch their sporting events. It's just like, oh my god.
Sports is like a religion.
And you love
here.
that?
What,
I
you
sure
have a
do.
point.
Oh yeah, one of my questions was for tonight was to ask you what you thought about the Browns after this season.
Dude, we're going to make it
Right
to the
on.
Super Bowl next year.
Oh yeah, and Baker in or out if you want to keep him.
In.
Or, yeah.
At first,
Believe in
honestly,
him.
when he was first drafted, I didn't think of him as... I was thinking of him more of like a Johnny Manziel.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in and surprised me and obviously surprised all
Yeah,
the
he had
other
a bunch
Browns
of pressure
fans.
on him 'cause
Exactly.
they were like wanting to get rid of. They were
But,
ready to
I
kick
mean,
him out.
at first he still did kind of, like, he was still childish. He didn't mature until probably like the 3rd or 4th year.
Yeah.
And then now it's paying off, obviously.
Bro, Baker's that man.
I think he
Baker's
has the right coaching staff around
Exactly,
him too.
yep.
Yeah.
You guys still have Odell there for another 2
Run
years,
game,
I think?
Chubb and
Hunt.
Hunt for nothing pretty much. They're paying him because
Yeah.
he can't
Yeah.
really. They gave him a second chance pretty much.
I mean,
He's good, though. He
Yeah,
showed
he's
up.
good, yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
second chance.
He showed
I'll
his
take it."
Yeah,
worth
I'll
now.
take it, yeah.
He's definitely worth all that. Plus some.
He just
Imagine that Chiefs team and they never got rid of him.
Wait, where did the Chiefs or
Yeah.
the Browns made the playoffs this year? Or they didn't.
The Browns lost to the Chiefs
Oh,
at
yeah. In
the
the
third
divisional.
third round.
Do you think the Chiefs are just as good and they're going to be great? But it was just I had to beat Tom Brady.
I think it was
and
their
this stacked team.
injuries.
Do you
Offensive
think it was
line.
their injuries?
Yeah. I don't know that even if their defense, because their offense couldn't really keep. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be a different game probably without injuries, but
But they're so young too. Is the
Yeah.
thing.
They are. They need
They're
time
such
to
a young
develop.
team for how good they are.
damn.
This guy's a new man.
Jared was gone during the Super Bowl. He didn't watch it with us. We were talking about if the Chiefs would beat the Buccaneers if they didn't have as many injuries.
I am 100% relieved.
I think we all know what that means.
Vince, I I clogged your toilet.
And constipated because it is not going anywhere.
Vince, do you have a plunger?
Your toilet is now
cut it up.
constipated.
Oh shit!
Here, dude.
Thank you. Don't worry, I washed my hands. They're still wet. No, how awkward is it to you're at somebody else's house and then you're like, dude,
Have to blow it up.
I clogged your toilet.
Dumb and Dumber.
I usually just leave. I'm like, why are you going so soon?
Say, I just had to go.
Just also flush your shirt. Wait.
You're shirtless.
I gotta get out of here, man. No, but what were you guys talking about? The Super Bowl?
Yeah, if the Chiefs could beat the Buccaneers because their offensive line was all injured, like I think 3 out of the 5 starters were hurt.
That's basically everyone.
Yeah, so Patrick Mahomes was running around for his life the whole time.
It was sad to watch him just get demolished that whole time, man.
Gotta get humbled, man.
You do.
But
Welcome
he
to the
still balled
NFL.
out.
Even as a fan.
Yeah, no
He
doubt.
still
No doubt.
balled out.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And it's crazy. It just makes you wonder what would have happened if he did have a line.
And it's going to happen. He's so young, like you
I
said.
think they dropped like 3 touchdowns too.
Yeah, I
The
hit him right in
receivers
the
did.
face mask. They just tink every time. They weren't catching it. They played a good game, but
I think we're still waiting on Watson. Said he still doesn't want. He met with a coach and he still has no plans to play for the Texans. So we'll see. I guess the
gonna
Texans
go
are
home
adamant
and-
about keeping him.
he's gonna be playing Madden on the couch. Is what he's gonna do if he keeps fucking around. If he waits too long, nobody's gonna sign him.
What color do you like, LJ?
Red.
There we
Actually, let's do purple.
Purple? I'm not sure if this is pink or purple. You be the judge.
go. I think that's
That's purple.
Purple?
That's chill.
That's a vibe right there.
It's the perfect place for shade.
dude. Cody bought so many cards this weekend.
Oh, I bet.
It was nuts.
It's crazy what a comeback cards are making. And first of all, actually, the decline of people buying cards. I feel like you didn't see anybody buying cards or anything in that. Well, I mean, maybe it
Even like
depends
that
on.
card shop here in town went out of business. I'm pretty sure because no one like.
I feel like
They
COVID
couldn't-
had something to do with it, though.
In the internet, they started showing their worth.
The past couple of years, you've seen like more like I saw a LeBron James card get sold for a shit ton of money. It's like a rookie autographed jersey card, fucking
There you go.
mint condition. You know what I mean? I don't know. I remember them talking about them talking about it on Pat McAfee.
But I think
About a
you're
year ago.
right. COVID, because think about it. Everyone's at home. You're on the internet. And you're noticing these motherfuckers have these cards that you do too. And they're selling it to people for hundreds of dollars.
Well, it's like
And you got it when you
That's
were a
Cody,
kid.
too, right
yeah,
now.
you see how much like Cody's into it and shit. Then you're like
Brock,
I
your
don't know,
buddy
it's just-
Brock, he's into
Yeah,
it.
he was talking about it before I fucking even knew. Like he was like, it's gonna start.
What's
It
gonna
is being
start?
blown up.
The cards blowing up.
Oh,
Well, it's crazy. My brother Chuck was just explaining at this Target. I think it's the Carmel Target or something. But they literally have guards every Tuesday at Target when they get the shipment of cards.
Oh, so people don't fucking rob them.
And literally, there's like a whole checkout line dedicated for people that come in there and buy them. Because like every Tuesday, they get sold out immediately.
that's crazy. Teens?
What the fuck is
Teens,
going
teens.
on? What do y'all even
We gotta introduce our guest for tonight.
I didn't know how far we were into it yet.
We've been recording the whole time, so-
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh.
So we're just hopping right into it. Guest LJ, John Pierre.
LJ.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Thank you.
What guest
thank
is
you.
that? Number
No.
3.
Yeah,
technical
3.
guest.
Oh, this is our second technical guest, right?
Second technical.
No,
guest.
third technical because we had Coffee,
Yeah.
Cody,
That's what
and
I'm
now
saying.
LJ.
3 is the lucky
Yeah.
number.
Episode
Third time's a
13.
charm.
Episode 13. Lucky.
There you
lucky
go
number
for
13.
Odell.
I think we should all bet tonight on something.
So have you been following us? So you've been listening to some of the
Right on
podcasts?
Spotify. Yep.
Hell yeah.
I missed a couple weeks, but yeah, I've tried my best to keep up to date.
Right on.
Right on,
Fucking
man.
love, bro.
Yeah, we
It is
appreciate
hard.
that.
A weekly thing, like it's something hard to keep up with.
Consistency is key.
Fight,
Consistency.
fight night number 2 is next week.
I'm so excited for this fucking card.
It's gonna be a big card.
Yeah,
You watch that UFC? LJ?
I don't watch any
Is
UFC.
anybody
LJ, you don't watch UFC? Huh.
Not at all.
It's kind of surprising. I don't know why that's surprising, but I feel like you would.
I'm too busy. I don't really watch TV much.
What about highlights?
Oh,
Look at that, bro. Peter Yan.
Amanda Nunes. I'm and Israel Adesanya. Like I'm set. I'm set.
I'm most excited for that Amanda Nunes fight.
Amanda Nunes.
Nunez.
Yeah, that
Megan
other
Anderson.
girl's a giant. She's tall as hell.
I know. I saw a
What's his
video
name?
of her.
Santos. Go back.
Yeah, Tiago Santos.
Tiago.
Oh, I'm ready for that
He's
too.
got like Milnor
Islam.
tatted on his chest. Makachev.
That's Habib's cousin, I think.
For reals. Not like evil Khabib.
Yeah,
That's just a fake one.
How many
Habib.
fucking, how many fucking family members does he have in the
How does Joey
goddamn?
Diaz say it? Habib. Bleed.
Halibut. Man.
So I saw your car sitting out there, and you just had. Didn't you just have something done to the wheels
Lowered it?
or something, right?
I just lowered it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I
slow
did.
as fuck.
I thought you did something with the wheels.
Yeah, I just
What type of
raised it.
car is it?
It's just a Dodge Avenger. It's slow as fuck, but it's not supposed to be a fast build.
So I was telling Larry,
No.
look at my fitment compared to his. Like his is low, like you
Yeah.
no fucking space between the tires. Mine's like a good, probably 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah.
It's a huge
Yeah,
difference.
he's a
That's the
slam.
reason why I brought it up, because I knew Vinny had an Avenger too. My older brother has an Avenger as well.
I know. When I was walking up here, I thought I looked at it. I was like, "Damn, man, my car really used to be that high."
That's crazy. Damn, he's almost got all the Avengers up in here.
All right.
He's gonna be a Thanos.
Actually,
car.
I just bought one like right
Oh,
before I
shit.
came
Oh,
here.
no.
Yeah. So.
I got one too.
What is that?
Something you had brought up just a second ago.
Before you guys got here, we were talking about him. He's about to be a dad. He's about to have
Congrats.
So
2.
now-
He's a dad right
I
now.
was about
He's
to
about to
say.
be a dad of 2.
We have
Yeah.
3 dads, third guest, 13. It all just makes sense now.
You go buy some tickets.
You know what I mean?
We should go to the casino.
We're going. So
We're out there. Tomorrow's the 3rd month of the
Yeah. Jared's 24th birthday.
don't bring that in here.
24. My
24.
golden year was the day I was born.
Kobe though. Kobe
How about
year.
this?
Yeah,
But
it's
you,
Kobe
Kobe
year.
year.
don't you work in like a detail shop or like something to do with cars, right? You also
Part time now. I know I work. I'm like a mechanic basically.
Yeah, I
over
was
at-
just saying, I knew you did some shit with cars.
yeah.
So,
What's the mindset now having a second child?
Not well. Now it's a girl. Bro.
That was my next question, and how you answered. There you go. Because my first child's son, and I know for a fact if I have another kid, it will be a girl. I know it.
How many kids you have?
I just got one,
Oh, okay.
and I just know it because that's just how the universe works. So how is that having a daughter though, after a son?
Well, she ain't here yet, but the mindset I'm having right now is to raise Messiah and not to be like me, and to show her not to have a dude that I used to be type shit.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing was I was afraid of having a girl because I didn't want to deal with the whole boy drama, and I know what I put my fiance through, and probably many other girls through. So I just don't want to have to deal with that.
That's humbling, bro. That's
Right.
really great. Because as a man myself, that's the exact reason why I would be scared to have a daughter. I'm like, man, there's just so much more to it, quote unquote.
Right.
Not that it's easier, not that it's harder. There's just a whole nother aspect to it. And now that I'm seeing it, though, Vince.
Yeah, you feel a lot more
LJ.
protective. I think.
I guess now it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go have. But it definitely makes me feel like it is possible, and I'm not alone.
All right.
So
right.
you feel like you respect women more out of having a brand new daughter coming along the way.
Yeah. More so. Yeah. I guess so.
I can see that. It changes how you think about it, I guess. Yeah.
What is it? On Hangover? That's somebody's daughter. That's somebody's daughter. That's what I was gonna say too. No, but that's what's up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. For me, obviously, I don't have kids. I have a nephew, and still, even with a niece, I think I would feel super protective about. I couldn't imagine one of my own, kids, just either one of them, but especially like a daughter, because. Just like you said, like being a guy, and guys growing up, and we know how guys think.
Yeah.
You know what
I feel
mean?
like women
There
are
you
more
go.
vulnerable in the world too. I guess like even like think about her growing up. Like
so sexist.
okay,
Vince.
I gotta take care of her. Like if something happens, like they get, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No,
like,
I hear you.
If she's like
I'm glad you're on there.
driving down the
There's like
interstate and has like a flat tire or something. You know what I mean? I don't know.
No,
you gotta,
no,
I got
like, something
if
happens,
some
you know,
creep
like-
come up,
yeah,
hey,
exactly,
I'll help you.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like it's more in like a different situation than like my son. Like I'm not as worried about him like handling that than my daughter. I guess does that make sense?
boy, you better fix that. You know how to change his tire. Get your ass under there.
Or like her like walking down the street at night or something like that.
No
I think,
doubt.
You know what I mean? Like
I've had to fix it.
that's like my
tire
like,
by myself.
Like
Fear,
I'll like kill somebody if something happens. to
Or
me, like,
even someone just exposing. Like, what if someone just going around exposing you? I knock your lights out.
buddy.
My God, that's all. You know what I mean? I think that's why God made me not have kids right now. I feel like I would be helicopter parent possibly.
It's like all the
That's what I'm talking
OnlyFans
about,
girls. It's like that's somebody's daughter out there, and there's just 18-year-olds out there really with the OnlyFans account.
no doubt, man, no doubt.
Man.
That's facts.
That is
a
a
messed up
huge
world.
topic, and it's like, if it's 18 and older, teach their own. If it's 18 and older,
Yeah,
teach
I mean,
their
again-
own. But yes, it is your daughter, and then that is fucking like, it is. But think about it. What if it was reversed? Your son. You know what I mean? What if your son was like a male model type deal? Would you have that same mindset?
I don't
A
have
male
any problem.
model. See now, modeling
See,
is
I'm
different.
I just said that because I'm sugarcoating it. You get
Well,
what
you're
I'm saying.
saying opposed to male modeling and then
A male's only fan. I'm just
male's
say it out loud. Would that make you feel as upset?
Okay,
I don't think anyone's upset,
what are you
though.
doing?
No one's upset.
How much are you making?
There's a big difference between modeling and a male OnlyFans.
True.
That's a huge difference. I feel like. First off,
What is it?
there's a huge difference between a male OnlyFans account and between just a male model, like a fucking
That's
Nike
why I
model
took
or
male
something.
model out of the fucking question. That is no longer in here.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm saying, because LJ brought up or who brought up the OnlyFans?
I did.
Yeah.
LJ did.
Yeah.
Because, So, if your son, as an adult,
Yeah.
has
On
an
Talladega
OnlyFans,
Nights, he said I posed as Mike Honcho.
Okay, but
are you as upset?
No.
as an adult
I
though,
don't
can
know.
you get upset at a daughter for doing that?
I don't think you
Say
can.
she's
She's
older.
18. Yeah. I
Say
mean, you
even
can't.
past that,
Yeah.
like you'd be like, damn.
I mean, you can get upset,
Yeah.
but there's nothing you can really do at the end of the day.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, she's still your daughter. You
Yeah,
look at her as
that's
your
her
baby
life.
girl.
Yeah, no doubt. And you always be there for her. You
Yeah.
know.
But that's her life. Again, she's gonna do what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
Just fight anybody that says anything to you. That's what I would do.
Right.
crazy is that like
Talking shit.
yeah, shit. My dad used to tag me walking across the It doesn't even matter. Okay. You just had to be tough. Then the girls are just getting treated all nice
All
and
nice,
sweet.
yeah.
Okay.
Some dude at my work, he was like, Jose, he's like, so did your parents like whoop you when you were kids? I'm like,
That's
fucking
you.
duh. What the
Yeah,
fuck do you
I got
mean, bro? Like, what do you mean? And then he was asking like weird personal questions. I think he might be FBI. He's like, so when you guys eat, were you guys around a table? Were you guys watching TV? I'm like, where are you going with this?
You had a pretty rough.
You had a pretty rough.
We
Okay.
didn't have a TV.
I didn't even
So-
tell you anything yet.
Yeah.
Where are you getting
But
this?
I told you everything. Like, I'm so confused.
And where do you live?
Yeah, well, he knows that.
Yeah.
He knows just about everything else because he's a manager. This shit's crazy.
That's funny.
It's almost 7:10.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes.
Got 10 minutes till 7:10.
7:10.
You got anything you'd like to ask us, LJ? I guess being our guest.
Well, we always ask all our other guests, not to interrupt, but how you met us.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, that's a good
some
one.
stuff like that.
Completely
So
right.
Huh.
I can start. I think with me and yours, which would just be in a weight class. I think like a gym class. You know what I'm saying?
No weight class about
No,
to box
yeah.
each other.
No, fucking at school in high school. I think we had the same weights class.
I think I met you through Cody, actually.
It could have been Cody. That's probably another
Yeah.
good one too.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember you sat next to me during graduation.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that was
There
fun.
you
We
go.
sat there and talked the whole
We did.
time.
I'm glad too because I
Yeah.
didn't know anybody else.
Yeah,
that was next
dude,
to
I
me.
was too, man. We had a hell of a fucking chat the whole
We
time
did.
because we were like, we didn't want to hear any of
The
what was going
bullshit,
on.
Right.
We were
What
like,
class was it?
2017. We graduated the same year, man.
But they drag that shit forever.
Yeah.
And it's like by the time my name's called, I'm damn near half asleep.
Yeah.
Good job.
All the way in the back. Aren't there
Yeah.
2 fucking stages? Can't you guys do this at the same time?
When did we meet?
Jeez.
It had to be
We met
football.
through football, yeah.
I believe the same for us. Was
Yeah, we
football,
both
too.
met through football.
See,
I don't even remember how we met.
I was driving the car. I was like, I know Mike was gonna ask that how we meet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We probably
It
just
just
ended up
happens.
at the East Street house or the Meridian Street house at one point,
Oh,
probably.
My best
Or the
guess
park, maybe? The
is
park? Yeah,
I'm thinking
that's
park.
probably-
That might be
Hooping?
Because
I'm thinking
yeah.
that's about it. You know what I mean? Hooping or like you said, house. Like,
Mhm.
but
Just
I think
hanging,
it was
just
like
stopping by or something.
exactly
Oh,
like
everyone
with,
hanging out.
with someone, or we were hooping at the park. Transgression back to the Meridian crib, being banged.
That was the hangout.
Well, when did
That was
you
a
move
hangout
to
crib.
Lebanon? How long have you lived here?
See, I really don't know. But I'm thinking about
That's what Lebanon
7-8 years.
I just say I know it's been a while.
you came in
but-
like your sophomore year, didn't you, or something
Well,
like that?
I came here my 6th grade year actually, and then moved to my 6th and 7th grade. Moved to Tri West for my
Okay.
8th grade, and then moved back for my high school.
How's
year.
Tri West?
Yeah.
Dude, it was terrible. I fucking hated
Worse than here.
it. Worse than Lebanon. Well, you gotta imagine Tri West is like this is
Bigger.
all white people. It's just
Yeah.
all racism. That's what really sucked was just all the racism.
What's the difference again?
The racism.
He said, "What's
Yeah.
There's a
Be straight up,
slight.
yo.
There's a slight difference.
They were a little bit.
And I know a couple other black people who can agree with me on
Vouch
that
for
too.
you.
Yeah, that
They
went
don't
there.
even got to because I know. You
right.
just hear Tri West from Indiana, and it's just like, okay. So you
Yeah.
said Tri West and then Lebanon. That's it. No,
Yeah.
none other ones.
That's about it.
Right. When did you go to Tri West?
My 8th grade year.
8th grade year.
That was it.
I went to Fisher's for like one semester of like freshman or sophomore year. It was exactly what you're saying. Like, obviously not racist, because, but it was just so fucking
Yeah.
weird, dude. I was like, I hate Lebanon.
That's
but,
how it was
like,
when I went to Vincennes. It was
this
like
is odd.
I felt in like a different Like it was the same state, but it was like the South. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone
but
was
everyone
so
was. It was.
different.
I made a bunch of friends there. I don't know.
You
It was just
would.
weird
I would-
though.
Yeah,
It was
I
like
might have
compared to
made
Lebanon,
friends
it was
there.
weird. Like I feel at home here. I guess like I grew
Yeah.
up here, so
No,
it's different.
the thing about here is that it's friendly racism. It's okay. No,
It
that
really,
makes sense.
yeah.
And the racism here is
got
like,
experience.
oh, a black guy, yes, like they're excited, and then
They
they're just like,
finally joke with me.
yeah, oh man, I have a black friend.
I've been saving this one forever.
Yeah.
It's you. Are you my friend?
Yeah, please be my friend.
Fishers was weird because everyone was like rich as fuck.
Oh yeah,
bro.
I bet.
It was like 18-story high school. I'm like, what fucking goddamn class do I gotta go to? Late every class. It wasn't 18 stories. It was 3.
We walked in stoned at that
Oh, I
basketball,
was
the
stoned.
basketball game.
Oh my god, I remember that because you remember some stuff. I'm not gonna name drop that weird ass part of my life. We're gonna keep those names in a part of my brain that doesn't get brought up.
The choices
But-
I made that day
I know
made
the
problems for
story.
later
That
on.
was-
in my
yeah.
life.
I've heard this.
That was one of we were lost, bro. We had no business doing what we were doing
The
there.
high school game seemed like an NBA game, though. We were so
Because everyone was 6'3".
We're walking
Yeah,
in, we're like
Fisher's
walking
11 and
behind the
everyone's tall as
cheerleaders.
fuck.
Wait, you
Oh,
lost
sorry.
your? Was that when you lost your band or whatever, Jared?
No.
Or was that?
He
a
ran
different
into
time?
somebody that he shouldn't have been around.
Fucking lost our minds. We had fucking. I was
did-
like, how do I get home?
No, I thought I
He was
lost my
around
ticket to go into the
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
but I just could not find it. I found it, I think, later on.
They just
But I
let
was
you
having,
in.
yeah,
I
they're
was
like,
gonna say,
go
you've
ahead,
told
we
me this
remember you.
story.
They don't give a fuck.
Thanks.
They didn't let you in.
Like the guy in Spider-Man, thanks. Should not have let him go in there.
No, not at all.
It would have been better for you just to. if
They
wouldn't
wanted
have
you
let
to see your parents because they were like, he needs to
Yeah,
get
that
out.
was
He
a
needs to get
setup.
out. He needs to get out.
Oh, my family.
That's funny.
Eyes are red. Well, speaking of eyes red, 7-10 break.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
We welcome you back to the Last Dab podcast.
Martin, you alright over there?
I just took a big old dab out of the pulsar and I can't feel my pulse.
Come here.
What the
Oh, shit. Damn.
Did he hit
Where's
you?
my, I can see what my fucking heartbeat is right now.
Oh, you're wearing your strap. What's it called again, Vinny? What are you wearing?
Strappy as a
The
gun.
wolf strap.
Oh,
Can't stop.
Yeah. I had my phone, but now
You
I
all right,
don't.
J-Ro?
I don't even know where this is coming from.
wait, I was about to say you didn't hit my shit, did you?
Oh,
Oh yeah, spark that blunt up.
I'm trying.
like when Dave Chappelle, he's talking about he took mushrooms thinking it was a background drug. He eats them. So far, so good.
So good. You hear that story on his on that Big Sean album where he was like, doing like a show in Detroit and
Yep.
and someone came up to him and like smoked with him, but it was laced. And it was
Oh, I
Danny
have
Brown.
heard that,
It was
yeah.
Danny Brown. He was like, he didn't know that Danny Brown, like, he was like, I didn't know his songs were like Adderall, Adderall. And he fucking smokes with him, and then he went on the stage and like sucked, and everyone was like, oh, who gives a shit? And he said, I saw Danny Brown slip out the back door. He was like, that made me laugh.
He's a genius at that, though. Dave Chappelle. He's in tune with his craft. man.
Ability to
Yeah.
just
Dude, he got done. I don't know, like Netflix having his stuff out. They
Oh,
did
yeah.
that. They basically did that for free. Like he
Oh,
got
yeah.
so fucked on the Dave Chappelle show. It's not even funny.
They're paying him now. 'Cause
Are they
put
paying
it,
him?
Yeah, they put it back out. It's
He
back
never
out
got
now.
paid all those years though
No.
for that, doing that show.
No.
they're
He
probably
made one of
paying
the
him a lot
greatest
now.
shows
Yeah,
ever.
they're paying him now.
But that's why I think like him being what he is right now is such. Like,
Everyone respects him more.
Yeah, like that's legit, man. Like
You have his respect
he did
of
it
your
on
peers.
his own. Yeah, he pretty much told them no that he wasn't going to be doing that Chappelle show anymore. And
Yeah, you
that
can't
takes
let
that's
me have my
risky.
freedom.
See, I
My
didn't know
creative
anything
freedom.
about him until a couple of months ago, actually.
Dave
I mean,
Chappelle.
Yeah, I didn't even start
crazy.
watching him or anything.
Yeah.
Dave is a
that shit's
legend.
funny as shit.
Yeah, he really is.
One of the greatest.
Yeah, what is on Netflix, and it's like Inequity or whatever, and I think it's he's got a series of stand-ups on there, and that one's funny as shit. I recommend you watch that one if you got Netflix. Inequity or something along that, but it's funny as shit.
Mike, I could have swore you said you're the one that had a little ghost story.
Yeah, we can get into some
We're
ghost
sitting around a
stories
fire. We're
because-
telling ghost stories.
Fire's
That's the
ablazing.
crackling. Yeah, there's definitely fire blazing up in here. So let me hear it.
Well, I don't know if I'm pretty sure Vinny's been there. I know Jared has, but you guys know what I'm saying? The White House on Lafayette Street.
That's right.
No.
No.
That was too early for me.
He said no.
Jared,
I
I came.
think I know.
I came when Chuck lived right by where you live now.
Yeah, you guys already
That's when I
moved.
came.
No. Well, Jared knows what I'm talking about, but I used to live in a house, a 2-story house. It's all white, big old yard, garage, with all my siblings. Like, it was all of us. Me, Chuck, Kaylee, Casey, Cody, my mom, and my dad.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a story for you that ended up being a joke, obviously, but I was so young. My brother, Chuck and Cody, told me that there was 2 witches buried underneath the house. They told me that shit all the time when I was a kid.
You don't know shit better, so you're like, there are fucking witches.
And they told me that there's a door upstairs at the top of that house that like goes up into like a little attic thing. He's like, yeah, don't ever go in there because that's where they lived. And I never did.
And he believed it.
Right, he had to. So naive. He doesn't know.
I feel like
So innocent.
I feel like I remember
Well-
that.
Long story short, they told me about all these witches all these years, and I was a little kid. I believed it all. It scared the shit out of me. I never went up there. And then when we were reinstalling like a new cable for the TV, and me and my dad had to go in the crawl space. Well, they all knew I was about to go down there, and they all set me up. And they had like an old lady pair of shoes, like an old rusty like shovel down there. And shit, and my dad got down there and let me find it, and I found it.
Oh shit!
And it fucking, yeah, I'm fucking scarred for life because of that.
Terrified.
And I mean, obviously that was all fake. They did that, but the other thing about that house though was that, I mean, my brothers can tell you, my mom and dad can tell you, there's been a lot of really weird things that's happened in that house.
Like what?
Just like.
Stuff moving.
Yeah, stuff moving, obvious sounds that we don't know what the fuck it was. And it was like an all old wood house for the most part. It's not that old of a house, but it was all wood upstairs. And it was the majority of the stuff that would happen was upstairs. I don't know. I was really young when I lived there, but Cody and Chuck and them always tell me stories about shit that used to happen there.
I remember me going over there and them telling me that the witches thing.
Yeah, the witches thing was
sound
real.
familiar.
They did that shit.
They tried to do it to you?
Was that?
They tried to do it to you, or they just told you about
I mean,
how they were
I remember
fucking with
Cody
you?
saying something about it being like haunted, and the as Mike was saying about witches, it just kind of like it brings back out of my memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of my memory bank, like.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
crazy.
my great grandma Martin's house is haunted. It's outside of Thorntown. You've been to my dad's house. It's like a house right across the cornfield from it. You've seen it. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it's an old, real old farmhouse, probably like 150 years, 100 years old, probably over. And it, my dad used to live there for a while. He said that he stayed in the attic and he had like, I guess what you would call a sleep paralysis attack, but he
Bro,
said it
sleep
like he saw like
paralysis
a
is so
demon,
fucking scary.
a
It's
demon
terrible.
standing over him, like holding him down, like he couldn't breathe.
Yep.
Like he thought he was gonna die, and eventually, like my grandma, his mom, turned the light on downstairs and fucking saved his life, like
Yeah.
fucking brought him out of it and everything. I
You
don't
can't
know.
scream or nothing.
Yeah.
It's like all your whole body's just shut down.
Shut down.
It's
Two
so-
things.
it's terrible.
Who's experienced sleep paralysis?
I
Out
have.
of all of us.
Unknowingly,
Three,
though.
4.
Yeah.
Right, so 4 of us. And
I've
it's
had
so
it-
scary, dude.
I've had it happen a lot.
Has it gone away? Because mine's gone away.
I've only had it
surprisingly.
once.
I would never sleep on my back. I couldn't. And then now I actually kind of can sleep on my back, and now I don't experience. But, bro, when I would sleep on my back, and then it would happen, years when it was, bro, it's same thing. Like, someone standing over me, can't scream, can't even, like, you can barely move.
Chuck said he's had something like that happen to him in that White House that I'm talking about. Like, my brother Chuck would be great for it because he was a lot older, like damn near our age now, living in that house I'm talking about when all this shit was going on. Like, so Chuck knows everything that
I felt like-
happened.
I feel like I always heard sounds in that house, that my Nana's old house. Remember that? Like, it was an old farmhouse right by that cemetery.
Yeah.
that
Old
that
school,
field.
right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like an old schoolhouse. Yeah, and they built
That's
onto
scary.
it, dude. I felt like I always heard stuff upstairs because I stayed upstairs. Like,
He had a
Oh,
real narrow wooden stair step wrapping around like it.
Wait, how long ago was that?
how long ago was it built?
No, where's the
You
what
been
house? Yeah, I know what house you're
yeah,
talking about. The brick one?
Yeah,
Yeah, with the fucking tree that's
Dude,
like
wasn't it
grown
scary?
inside of it,
Yeah.
my motherfucker.
It
Bro,
was, like, all
that
broke.
was
We
scary.
stayed upstairs and like my room was small. It was like the
I
attic
remember,
kind of
bro,
thing.
yeah, and the fucking winding staircase.
Yeah.
If I fell, I'd be like, break every bone in my
I
fucking
fell
body.
down it before.
You did? So who believes in ghosts? Who's skeptical and like what?
Well, here, I
definitely
got
do.
another good one for you.
Go.
Before we go straight into it, I think we were all gonna be a yeah on the ghost thing, right? Didn't
Right.
we ask that earlier?
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to say, you guys remember when I was just graduating, one of my ex-girlfriends, I was living with her, and we lived like really close to the town square in a small, tiny, blue little house.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys ever saw it or ever knew what it was. That's where I was staying. And that house got moved on the back of a semi-trailer back in the day from Zionsville. It's a really, really old house. And you know Mr. Porter, the like probationer officer.
Oh yeah, I know him really fucking well.
Yeah, we do. Okay,
Motherfucker
yeah.
sent me to fucking jail and
His
juvie
dad,
a lot.
his dad, they're from England. First off, let's put that out there. Like, they got a lot of history. It's crazy the shit that he's told me. But his dad bought that house and gave it to Mr. Porter that we're talking about.
Great guy.
And they moved that house from Zionsville on the back of a trailer because back in the day, that house was a dual axe murder. Swear to
Cockfight.
God. This guy murdered his wife and 2 kids in the kitchen of that house. Swear to God, there was an axe murder in that house. They brought us to Lebanon, redid it all.
They just moved the house and
Yes,
thought
on
that
the
fucking
back,
solved
on
the problem.
Yes, on the back of a trailer.
Clearly it did.
On the back of a trailer, and then it's still standing there today. But I swear on everything from out of the 2.5 years that I lived, maybe 3 years I lived there at that house, there was a lot of weird shit that happened. And I had one night where, like, we obviously heard something upstairs. It was just me and this person, and like, we both were already skeptical of the house. Well, as soon as I entered the door, like the doors or the steps to go upstairs,
Yeah.
I got like a full body fucking goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as I
just chills.
hit the first step, my fucking goosebumps everywhere. As soon as I hit the first step, and I was like, I'm not going any further. Like, it took my breath.
First step, you were
Swear,
already like,
swear to
oh,
God
fuck,
on
dude.
everything. And that was like one of the for real moments for me that I was like, okay, something's going on, or I'm about to have a heart attack because like, I'm not going any further. After, like, we heard it sound like someone was walking around upstairs, and we knew for a fact nobody was there. And I was like, I'm not going up there. You know, like, I hit that first step, and I'm like it took over my body, and I was like, nope, I'm not going up there.
LJ, you have any?
I've never had a ghost experience.
What about paranormal?
No, I've just had the sleep paralysis. That was
Sleep
it.
paralysis.
But I've always believed in ghosts and everything. I've always like watched Paranormal Activity and all that shit.
So why do you think maybe you haven't had any type of experiences? Do you think has to come down to like good energy or not putting yourself in those type
Location?
of
Definitely
locations?
location. Because I mean, ghosts don't. I don't know. I feel like ghosts surround themselves around something that they love.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to be in that area to be captured by a ghost, so to say. I don't know.
Like attachment.
Yeah.
Okay.
type
They gotta
thing.
manifest
Right.
something. Yeah, and if you don't put that out there, it's like, well, can't do this guy.
Exactly.
Do you think ghosts are like trapped spirits, like, or do you think they choose to stay? Like, do you think pain keeps them there, or do you think they choose to stay there as like
That's why I
a
wonder if it's
memory? Like they like
possibly
to
both.
maybe.
It could
Yeah.
be. Cause
Both, yeah. You think maybe
good
someone who
ghosts
died-
and bad
Do you
ghosts.
think?
I was
Do you
about to
think
say,
it
are there
determines?
good
Yeah.
ghosts?
Do you think it determines by karma or something like that? I guess like a determining factor of like either you get to choose whether you want to go or stay, or either you're just told where to go.
Yeah. What if like you die and you're good, like good ghosts, you get to like maybe see the great things that, you know, your family, you know, has done, and then bad ghosts, you know, you gotta fucking basically be that cliche, like
Relive.
scaring people and relive. Or
But
something
then if
like
you're
that.
a ghost, doesn't everybody go to heaven? So if everybody goes to heaven, how could you be a ghost?
See, that's
You
where
eventually
religion
go?
plays.
But that's
in.
what. Well, that's what I think is part of that one. Maybe
about
the
purgatory?
want to stay, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
Like, how long
if
you can hold on.
Yeah, exactly. Or I'm trying to think of have you guys seen Ghost?
Yeah, with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. And he stays, but he stays like he's got it. But also at the same time, I think there are things that could be like, what if it? I don't know. I think. What if it's angels and demons that play a part here? You know
Not
what I mean?
ghosts, quote unquote, but
Right.
there are angels. Because I was gonna say, have you ever experienced a good?
But then what
paranormal or
classifies
ghost?
an angel?
There you go. I would say classification of angels. Someone
I
who
almost
guides
wonder
you.
if, like, what if a ghost could be even, you know, it could be that an angel or, you know, like you said, underclassified, you know what I mean? Like, that may just be a lost spirit,
That
you
hasn't
know what I
gone
mean?
where
Just
it needs
kind
to
of
be.
Do you think
that middle realm.
Yes,
you know what
purgatory. That's what I think
Mm-hmm.
purgatory is. Like, could you imagine having to fucking be on Earth,
in between?
not being able to be seen? You could, you know, you could barely fucking.
Oh, there's
do
a movie
stuff.
I watched at your house about that. This kid like dies, and he has to go find his. He makes them go find his body.
Driftwood.
No, what's
Oh, where he can't move on until the body's
yeah,
found.
he's like he's trying to communicate with like his old friends and his parents and stuff like
yeah.
that.
That's trippy.
Fucking
Oh,
what
I
it's
gotta
called.
see that.
They don't
pretty
pull it
good.
up.
Oh.
Yeah,
gonna
his
get
shaggy
it.
hair. Yeah,
What is it?
I forget what it's called. I'll have to
Oh.
look.
Netflix it.
No.
He gonna get it. You gonna get it. I promise it, Jay.
I can hear it, like I'm quoting
He's
the
watching
words.
it. He's
Bro,
watching in his head.
The girl,
right now.
he's like, Annie. Annie.
Type it in right now. Type it in, Annie.
He's like throwing stuff around in the kitchen, and in his mind, he's actually throwing that shit.
Yeah,
and,
nothing's happening.
Yeah,
So maybe that's like, you know, until you accept whether you're gonna go to heaven or hell.
I can see the actor, but I don't know his name.
A matter of life and death. Is that what the movie's called?
No.
Stairway to Heaven? Defending your life?
Invisible.
Yes.
Invisible. He said yes. Because, I mean, that makes sense. Invisible.
I have no idea what we.
Is that really it? Invisible?
But, I mean, what if that's hell, bro?
Yep, the invisible.
Oh,
You got it. Good job.
Invisible bet.
You see, I
pretty
had to
good.
slap it. The invisible.
Got it. Like, what if that's hell instead of, you know,
It's pretty good.
burning and shit? You just have to be invisible.
I forget how he dies. Anyway, he dies and
Just watches people.
I had
He
that movie,
watches his
Burnt-
love.
Burnt
yeah,
Somebody-
they're like
that's
they
how
can't
you
find
watch
his
it.
body. They don't know what happened, so he's trying to help him.
Yeah, his body's. Oh, I almost just spoiled the movie.
Yeah, don't.
It's good.
I'm dipping if I want to show like
He said, "I'm pulling on the."
That one's a little crazy. That's cool.
I gotta remember.
Have you guys seen Seven? You ever seen the movie Seven?
I feel
No,
like
I added that to
watched
my
it.
list though.
Dude, it's so good.
It's on my list.
I want to
too.
watch it again.
Who's
it
got
on?
it? Who's in it again?
HBO.
Brad
Brad
Pitt.
Pitt,
Yeah,
Morgan
yeah.
Freeman,
I've seen
and God damn it, is that it? Yeah, no.
There's more than that.
fuck. Kevin Spacey. He's
Yeah.
he's the serial killer.
Kevin Spacey.
Everybody got quiet.
It's really good.
Kevin Spacey.
I started watching Band of Brothers. I don't know if
bring
you guys
his
have ever
name
watched
Never
that. It's
heard
really
of it.
good. It's like
HBO.
yeah, it's a World War II
Who's in that?
HBO show. Has a bunch of people in it. The guy that played Professor X, he's
Yeah, the bald guy.
no, the younger guy,
Oh, okay.
the younger one, the
Yeah.
younger Professor X. It has fuck, I'll show you.
The guy that played in is it The Glass and Split?
Yeah,
That guy.
here's the cast. I don't know if you ever seen any of these guys.
Is it the guy I'm talking about?
No,
now?
probably not.
Dexter.
Here's the show. It's really good though. Like combat's crazy. Like
It's like an army show.
it's like the type of combat that's in Saving Private Ryan, where it's like really crazy. Like they're following like the soldiers, like they're running through the trenches, like fucking
Bro, like
shooting, fighting the Germans, landing. Like it's following paratroopers. They're like jumping out of airplanes and fucking like parachuting into Normandy. Like before D-Day invasion, like we sent paratroopers behind enemy lines to set up like bases before we launched the invasion of Normandy.
that wasn't even
Like
100
imagine jumping out of an
years
airplane
ago.
like I don't know. It's fucking yeah. In the 40s, like when airplanes are just now getting made and they're just now like.
Yeah,
Are you
jump
sure
out,
about
people
this?
That sounds
Yeah.
killer. Though.
It's actually honestly better to jump out than to keep fucking flying.
I'm a goat.
100 years ago.
Dude, the scene of them like landing in Normandy, like a couple of the planes are getting fucking shot, and like people are like jump, jump, jump. The green light. They're on like this rail thing, like about to jump. Like they're like go, 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 and they're fucking. The planes are going down and shit, dude. It's nuts, and they're landing and trying to like figure out where they're at, like behind enemy lines and shit, and like figure out. Like you come across somebody, and, you know, they have like code words like thunder and lightning, so they're like not like shooting each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's really intense. It gets my heart going watching the show.
he said it gets my heart going.
Because they're in
check that
combat too. Like the sergeant is leading like them, like trying to flank and shit like that. Like take out guns and nests and stuff, dude. It's
Right.
crazy. Like they're fighting the Germans, so it's intense.
That sounds epic.
It's crazy. I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting into it.
Well, we'll have
it's
to
really
check it
good.
out.
And then
Brothers.
so that's the first show, and then the Pacific is in Japan. So
I've
it's the
heard of-
same.
I've heard
the
of
same type of
Pacific.
show, but this isn't the Band of Brothers is in Europe, the European theater. World War II, same thing. But then the Pacific is when we're fighting the Japanese. Same show,
Yeah.
same type of show.
Just out in the middle of the ocean, bro.
Steven Spielberg,
Take it.
the director.
It's another
Jurassic
series,
Park.
you said? It's like a spin-off series.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said who? Jeff.
Steven Spielberg.
Oh.
Jeff. Yeah, I got Jeff.
I don't know what I got.
I'm glad I'm not doing that, my guy.
Man, that would
Yeah.
be crazy.
Crazy, man.
But I was thinking too, like, okay,
Imagine
like,
storming the Japanese islands, fucking landing on the beaches, and you're having
Yeah.
to go and like.
They're so far away, bro.
Wouldn't there be like tons of ghosts if there is all those bodies?
Yeah,
You
imagine.
know what I
Remember when we
mean?
went to Gettysburg?
I've heard of that, bro.
Yes.
Or,
it was
uh,
eerie feeling. Do you
What
not
was
feel like?
the not Normandy? Damn it! What's the cemetery called? Fuck.
Yeah. In where? Gettysburg?
Washington.
Yes.
The
Goddamn, what's the cemetery called?
Yeah, I wouldn't
No,
know.
I know it.
Guys,
No,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
no,
everybody.
no, I know it.
We're gonna look it up.
field.
Arlington.
Arlington, damn it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I
That
feel
was
like we
really
should have
cool.
known that. Man,
That's
is
what starts
crazy,
out
dude.
the first scene of fucking Saving Private
I
Ryan.
might have to go. Damn, that's
Okay. Gettysburg's crazy.
So okay, I got a good thought for you. So look, those people, we look at them like, okay, yes, they did what they had to do. They died. You know, if they do have ghosts, roaming, maybe they do that on purpose. You know, to like, go through their history, and they're good guys, right? Now, what about the people that were, the bad guys? What about their Arlington, quote unquote? What about their cemeteries for their military? Did they do something bad? You know what I mean? Like, what about their ghosts?
Well, I guess it depends on what.
Are they reliving what they got defeated by? Are they, is everyone praising their honor?
What good is? Did you know Genghis Khan, like their religion of the Khans, they like allowed them to practice free religion, so they in theory like they were all covered by all gods, like in case like this religion was wrong. Some people were still practicing this religion. That's like how I swear that's how they did it. That's how they did it.
Jared said, "Sneaky motherfucker."
That's why they let them practice free religion in the Khan society.
I mean, if
that's why like when they took over, I know with
all
when
the
they took
gods in a
over
line.
when they took over different.
Now I'm covered. I got Geico.
They took over cities in different regions, so obviously different regions practice different religions. So they're like, you don't have to change your religion, just stay doing it. As long as you're loyal to the kingdom, you can still practice your.
Okay.
I guess it's like a freedom of religion type of thing, and it, like say how we do too.
It would work. That's basically
States,
what
I
we're doing
guess.
right now. Yeah, I was about to say that's exactly what we're doing right now.
So, I don't think our theory is the same as theirs, though. For doing it, we're kind of more of just a freedom type thing.
More of the Christianity, and you can come over here and do a little bit something else. And
well, yeah. I guess that's what it was.
We'll,
at first.
we'll allow you to
what was
do
it? What was it at first?
like paganism type shit, right?
What's the word for it? I just fucking heard it the other day.
Like basically not Catholicism.
Yeah, something
Catholic.
like that.
Like they're like, oh, we don't want Catholic. We're gonna come over here. And now, I mean, what about completely religion separated from state?
Dude,
like that's what we are, but that's not how we run shit. And I think that's kind of what we're aiming for. That's what the United States is supposed to be. Oh, practice all free religion, but we're going to make sure it's harder to do these religions. You know what I mean?
certain ones.
Yeah.
Think about all the ghosts of the Indians, like how we wiped all of them. Like,
first of all, we don't even talk about it like it's bad. It's like, all right, we came over here to made this deal, and they gave us this, and then we gave them this, and now we
ghosts
have
on
this
plantations
land.
too, stuff like that too. I guess
Right.
there's a bunch of different wars, Indian. And think about the Alamo,
Everywhere.
all kinds of stuff.
I used to be really, really
Wild West
scared
ghosts.
of like thinking about ghosts and like I was like, oh shit, like dude, I used to have dreams that
Underground
like,
Railroad ghosts. Fucking
yeah, see, like there's all kinds of people, so many people.
Yes.
Don't you think there would
Different
be ghosts
stuff, yeah.
everywhere? Like unless it was like I wonder what makes it so specific for something to be able to stay
Think about,
and
like-
be captured.
Yeah.
in,
Reality.
Think about like the gangsters, like the Great Depression, like certain bars, like
but can't touch
where
it.
like the gangsters hung out. They're like haunted, I guess, like where
Yeah.
Al Capone and all. Like I don't know, like you'll see like bullet holes in the walls and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Does that like ghosts like stay in a certain spot? I guess like
Right.
like
when they-
how
when
you
they
were saying,
die.
like they have to manifest, like we said earlier.
I don't know, but with the sleep paralysis,
Yes.
right?
That's just no joke.
Dude, I've had like, cause I used to be like weird in my dreams. Man. I used to sleepwalk. I used to do all kinds of crazy things. Stuart
I've
River.
heard you talk in your
Like
sleep
what,
before,
dude?
yeah.
Stuart River, like.
Stuart who?
But I'd be convinced if you tell me otherwise, then you're starting to piss me off as I'm sleeping, Jared.
Sorry.
When I'm sleeping, Jared. I'm cool
Okay.
right now. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, the Stuart River, man. You know what I'm talking about. You know?
Yeah.
It's weird how like you can get
Like,
so
oh yeah,
caught
you
up.
know what this is?
Don't act like
Little River Band.
Little River Man. Tell me you got Little River Band in your car. But anyways, like so some dreams, like I swear, like straight brick wall. You know how you be lagging in a game, just walking into a wall. That's like how it was, just stuck there. You just looking at a wall all night and feeling like I'm not like moving, but just looking at the wall. You
In
know?
sleep paralysis.
Yeah, like I'm stuck. Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I felt like I didn't get any sleep.
I'd be
all
so
night
fucking
long.
scared if I
For
woke up and you were
hours?
just staring at the wall. Like I'd be like, Jared, you'd be like,
Bro.
I'd leave.
turn,
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't even get
They'd be
close
like,
to him.
why'd you leave so early?
gone.
Just wasn't feeling it, bro.
bro.
Your head isn't either. You're fucking.
I've also had like vivid ass dreams where you could like lucid
I've
dream
had
kind of
that.
deal,
Do
or
you
like
wanna-
fly. You can control your dreams.
My
and
most
stuff.
recent dream, bro. Like, and I don't remember a lot of my dreams because I think the medicine I take limits. And like I was saying
Yeah.
earlier, your little like wrist thing. I can't really like.
I want to show you that my REM sleep.
Yeah, I can't really
What
get
is it?
into REM
REM
sleep
Oh yeah.
that well. So when I do dream, I just don't remember at all. I wake up, boom, don't
Take a
dream.
lot of naps.
I need some more. So I woke up after this dream and I had to text it to like Woody or something because I was like, this is crazy. All I remember is like starting like just wherever and then going through like a fucking wormhole of lights and shit. And it was playing this ASAP song. Damn, what was it? I think it was the song was like changes.
Hey.
It's called Changes. So he's talking. He's
Not help whatsoever.
yeah, there's a part where it's like changes, and then I pull up to a fucking Kid Cudi fucking concert, bro, and it's Cudi on the stage, like just singing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm in a huge crowd, and I'm like, this is crazy. And I like look up at Cudi and I wake up.
And it knows that.
Like that's a most recent
That's like a
dream
summer.
I've ever had. I'm
That
talking like
sounds
I'm talking
trippy.
like a year, bro. I'm talking like I do not dream.
No, I don't. Well, I think
I dream maybe once a month.
smoking honestly has a lot
Yeah.
to do with what he's saying because I've had that happen to me before where it's like people told me about dreams all the time. And it's like, yeah, I don't do that.
I don't do that.
That seems fun, but I don't do that.
What, lucid dreaming?
He said, when did you go to sleep last night? I was like, like 12. And they were like, when did you wake up at like 3? And it's like, yeah, you didn't sleep. So it's like, how the fuck are you going to get to that REM sleep
Yeah, right.
to where you do that?
You're like,
Wait,
I
I mean,
don't go there.
You have to hit at least like 6, 7 plus at least to get some.
Good rest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that scientists were able to make connections to someone in lucid dreaming. Like
Oh
you were
yeah,
saying. 'Cause you can
could,
lucid
like,
dream.
communicate like they were talking in their dream
Well,
to the
what-
scientists.
That's fucking.
What about-
Isn't that crazy?
Like in Inception,
Mhm.
the movie.
Yes, that's essentially it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
hook up, boys.
Have you ever lucid dreamed,
It was
LJ?
just fucking.
Nope.
I know. I
know-
don't think
you
I
know
ever
what it
have.
is?
No, you really.
You don't really know what it is. Basically, like you become aware in your dream.
You can control it.
It's real too. Like it's straight up real. It's fucking
Bro,
crazy.
I swear, at a young age, man,
You were doing it.
It happened at a young age because it was like I kept on having dreams about the old it. You know what I mean? The
Oh,
old,
okay, like the Tim Curry. It.
Yeah.
Fuck
Before
that
I feel
it.
like
Bro,
more.
I was so scared of that it though. At the
He's
same
scared.
time, it was like a reoccurring. Like you know, no, not now. I got the dream catcher and everything. I swear. It was
Oh,
at
we
that
all
moment,
had dream
like,
catchers for no fucking.
I feel like
you
reason.
more
had to
than-
stand up to the monster, and then like that's whenever I
Fucking get it
started.
out.
And then and then it was like finally, I was like, whoa, I can do that, and it was like, what else can? But it wasn't like. Yeah, I can't do that now. That was more something that I had more of an imagination of then. But I wish I could control that because some dreams now it's come and go. If I can control it or even remember it.
There's this device where you can put it on your head. It's kind of everyone knows you can put like a thing over your head so it's dark so you can go to sleep, like a little eye thing wraps around your head, like a little eye patch thingy. It has little lights in it, and you basically trick yourself into like it'll wait a good hour and a half to where it knows like you're asleep. And it will start flashing these lights. And you got to just basically trick yourself into remembering like, oh, these lights mean that I'm awake, but pardon the interruption. I'm awake, but I'm still sleeping. Your body is sleeping. You are asleep, but then you become conscious in your dream. And like, bro, I read the reviews and shit. Like, it's legit. You can people are like,
So you like trick your own brain.
I play
into-
basketball and shit. I can fucking dunk. Like,
What,
straight up.
have you ever tried to fall asleep to just a static, like a low frequency of static noise on like maybe even a dimmed out channel? If you do that, you're
like a white noise kind of thing.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to enter into REM sleep a little bit easier if you do that. From a pitch dark room to static frequency. Like
I'm pretty
like
sure
static.
58 hertz is what the Earth vibrates at.
Oh yeah.
and
That's weird.
it's very like healing and shit. So if like you go to sleep listening to like something that's 58 hertz, like some kind of like, you know what I mean, like lo-fi, like
Feeling it now.
I'm feeling it now.
Are you feeling it, Mr. Gray?
Are you feeling it, Mr. Grants? Oh, I'm feeling it.
I just had it. Yes, and it's a really stupid thought.
Go.
And I'm not gonna say it.
You're not gonna say
I
it.
got a buddy at work that has that kind of lucid dreaming where he can decide what kind of dream he wants to have, like if he wants to be like a Jedi or like relive in like a video game or something like that. I don't know. Like he can become different like settings in his dreams. I don't know. He's telling me about it.
What?
Wait,
That's fucking crazy.
say he's a Jedi?
He could like different like movies and shit like that, different video games. He can control like the settings of like
Not for real.
what he wants his dream to be. I don't know.
I've had a lot of Spider-Man dreams.
That's swinging. Is that weird?
Yes, yeah.
I feel like
Even in small spaces in a
Same.
living room.
more than dreaming. I feel like I used to daydream a lot as a kid. Like I just sit there and like
Bro, I can
feel
basically
myself
still
like
daydream.
moving, like doing different activities. I guess I don't know. Does that make sense? Like I just
Like
sit there as a
Wolverine
kid and
waking up
dream.
with your
Yeah.
See, I never had like dreams like that, but I've had more so like deja vu dreams.
Oh my god.
That-
Like you had
Yes.
a dream and then later on you
Exactly.
happens. Yeah, I could see that.
Yep.
Like, oh, I've been here.
You
Just
know?
had
That's
the
happens.
dream.
Like it just happened to me recently, like a couple weeks ago.
I've seen
too.
this before.
Yeah.
I know that.
So you gotta take a second and like
I've
pause
seen
for a
that.
second.
Yeah. LJ, what's your craziest dream that you remember today? Either it's like young, way
You gotta
back in
have
the day,
something.
or I'm talking like recent. Either or.
I don't really dream much, so I don't.
I feel like
I
the
can't
craziest
remember.
dream, like the first dream I remember when I was a kid, was like a darkness like just chasing me. I don't know. I was just running. Like I was just a little kid.
Yeah.
Like that's like the earliest dream I remember. Does
Scary.
that like
Down a specific hallway.
Hey,
Mine
like,
was my apartment.
like evolutionary dream? Like darkness is a bad thing when you're like back in the caveman days. Does that make sense? Like darkness means death.
Yeah.
So maybe like that's like an evolutionary trait being passed down, like
Through
that I'm already
generation.
dreaming of. Like that's a nightmare that I already have in my brain. I don't know. Does that make sense?
No, it definitely does because, I mean, I think, and that reminds me of Black Panther. You know what I mean? You know
Okay.
how it's his ancestors
it's being-
and stuff. They're still kind of somewhat.
Yeah, he's
Oh yeah.
bringing his strength from like the experiences of his ancestors, which is generally what we are doing in the first place. Like everything that we've learned up until now
Oh shit.
is being passed down. So like
Right.
the theory is like at this point when I had like if I had max at 18, everything I had learned up to that point at my age was being passed down to him. So like now that I've learned a couple things more in the years before I had Mia,
Yeah.
all that stuff was passed down from me to her and that. So now that I've learned stuff from after that, that stuff hasn't been passed down to them because I've learned it now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, how about this? Can ghosts dream? Do you
They don't
think
sleep.
is that the general thought? Like just
That's what you
they
see in movies,
exist?
at least.
Right, exactly.
No, but why would they sleep?
I wonder if they. If
Do they
can
check
touch-
out ever? You know what I mean? And then maybe it can just be nothing.
But if they did sleep, where would they sleep?
Right.
Do they have a whole ghost
Ghost
community and everything?
There's a thought.
Simper ghosted.
Well, there would be no more time, right?
There's a belief. There's a belief that if
time is just-
if you become
right.
if you die, obviously, and you become a ghost, that like as soon as you turn into a ghost, that you're just a restless spirit from that point, and you lead on to be a ghost all these years until you can't take it anymore, and you turn into like a vengeful ghost that wants to hurt people, like in the movies or whatever, you know. But that's the thought. Like at first, you become a ghost and you're friendly for the most part,
Right.
just figuring
Like
shit
Clifford
out.
the Red Ghost.
Yeah, something like that, and then you eventually turn to a vengeful spirit and try to do something stupid or mean or harmful.
What does not to get like super dark, but like ghost demon, what's the differentiation? How does it start?
A spirit and then a demon. I think a demon is something that, if you believe in a demon, there's a Satan and a Lord.
Yeah, it's got to be like
So that
religious.
means Satan controls the demons. He's the king of hell.
Yeah,
So that means you believe heaven and a hell. So that means you believe there's a God.
yeah. So what do you? So are you saying if you believe that, do you not believe in ghosts at all? Do you think they're good spirits, or do you think those spirits are waiting to either go to heaven or go to hell?
Honestly,
In between.
oh, sorry, no,
Go for it.
No, you got it.
it's my Jesus prayer talking right now.
I'm not saying you have to. I mean, I guess technically you would have to believe in
No,
something more.
well,
If you believe in ghosts, then obviously you believe in something more.
Yeah.
Right.
how I take it myself is I think there are demonic spirits or like evil entities that have been something that man has given into all throughout time. You know what I mean? Because man is, we are sinners, and I think there are specific ones for different possible maybe offenses, and that's not offenses, but that's kind of what you like feed into, that monster that you feed into. And it's almost starts in our mind, because our mind is where we think of the thought anyways, you know what I mean? Or even to do it. And
Where the ideas conjured up.
exactly. And it's kind of like what you feed your body, I feel like is what we bring out. And I think there's ones that continue to feed into that dark one, all over until they have like hatred, pure hatred, and they just kind of get stuck. And maybe that's like their stamp right there, you know what I mean? That's the exact thing that destroyed them. But then again, I mean, you have those ones who
Had a cancer and it was killing them long term wise. Other than something that just flat out killed someone.
what do you mean?
You're talking about you're talking about punishment, right? Like not a punishment, but offense, like of
he's talking about if he's doing something wrong.
how you're becoming a demon of growing into
Or
a different.
just like feeding.
You need to feed into like the pureness of.
If you're doing something wrong, it wouldn't be the same thing as if someone else was doing something else wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like, well, I was gonna
you need
say
to feed right.
then right, there would be the right ones who kind of not even to say what good or right is, but I think it's a difference between like hatred and love type deal.
You're doing it out of pureness of what you think is good compared to.
right.
So
Well, I guess what is good and what you know is good for the world, I guess. Does that make sense? Like a good, like, okay, say I do this, I know this is good no matter what I'm doing, it's good for humankind. So, like, so saying that...
To the best of my ability.
Yeah.
You know
so
what I mean?
You,
Like,
obviously, if you're partaking in something like genocide, obviously you know that's not good for humankind. You cannot justify that's good for humankind. You can justify... say building wells over in a third world country, you can justify saying that's gonna help somebody no matter what. I guess is that so? I don't know. That makes sense.
yeah. No, there's definitely like multiple different scenarios too, and that's where we can't be the judge and where we don't know.
We don't even
I feel like from a human side though, like where to draw. I guess you can't say most people know where to draw the line between good and evil,
We're
but I
reaching
feel like from
that
a pure
point where it's like we
pure
just don't
love
know.
It's just an
standpoint,
opinion based,
there's where to put
Yeah.
the right resources at.
I always think like a good way to start is like just first off the bat is like treat others how you want to be treated,
Yeah.
and then like just go on from there.
The golden rule.
So what about treat others the way you want to be treated? What about having those times where you know what I mean?
defend
You're
yourself.
doing something, even defend yourself. You're doing something bad. You're doing something, because everybody gets into those bad funks. Everybody, you almost want, you know what I mean? It's like you almost want someone to fuck with you type deal. It's like treat people how
I always feel like the more I think about putting myself in someone else's shoes, the more I don't
Empathy.
get upset at situations, I guess. Like, if someone does something to me that I don't like, then I'll be like, maybe they're going through this or that, or like something happened to them to where like they're not even mad at me. They're just like
Yeah.
something,
upset
yeah,
at
they're
something-
upset
I
at
know
something
what you mean.
else. Yeah.
Something that they're
I'm
going
like,
on.
all right, I'm not even gonna take it personally. Like, fuck it.
They're just lashing out
Yeah.
because what else?
Yeah, and then like 10 minutes
almost
later, we're
nothing.
fine. Yeah, it's not even.
Yeah, I get it.
Shit, man, ghosts though.
Yeah, we can take that. We can take that back into perspective though. Like ghosts, what realm ghosts are in. So what you can see. We obviously do they come into our realm sometimes, like our third dimension sometimes, so where we can see them. But some points they're in another dimension to where they're just hanging out all the time to where we can't see them. But maybe,
What if you can't see them and they can just like feel? They can just make you feel scared. That's why
Yeah.
people feel scared.
They feed off fear.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel
Ooh.
scared, but you don't see anything.
you can just
Like,
feel someone standing there, but you can't
There's
see
nothing
them.
there.
Yeah.
If time was irrelevant for a ghost, does that mean that they could go into multiple
I like where you're going with this.
universes or multiverses, or you know what I mean? Does that mean also
Time
that there's-
frames.
like distance wouldn't matter for a ghost
No.
either? And
Well,
like,
I think
realm wise, possibly.
I think
or
what-
if they're, I don't know.
I think what like a lot of people believe ghosts to be is they hold on to like a specific like item or house or place or time or whatever, like that. Your ghost, your soul, your spirit, when you die, holds on to something, and that's where you go,
Yeah.
hoping that's your heaven or whatever,
Yeah, how do
whatever
you-
you want to go on that side. But like you guys keep saying about the multiverse and everything like that, is like if a ghost can only be around for like something like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the show Supernatural.
Yeah, of course.
So
It's on the
a
list.
ghost is like absorbed by one like item.
Object.
So and in the episode, like they have to find that item and burn it,
Like a
and it'll
Horcrux.
burn.
in,
Yeah,
is
and
that what it's called? In Harry
but they
Potter?
have to burn it with salt or whatever. Like, I'm not saying all of that, but like that, what I'm trying to get at is a lot of people believe like ghosts and stuff are attached to items, or like so we talked about the Indians kind of a little bit about how native lands can
Ancient burial grounds.
can be considered sacred land, and you go there and it's haunted, like it's the
That's what
and
they.
that's
Hey, bro.
like, so I think it's like land or items or happenings or
It
places.
has to be like an object.
Yeah, it goes go to those things.
Physical.
It's there's a thing.
Skinwalker Ranch.
And
What if that means that, like, because that gets me thinking of like witches and witchcraft,
Oh, like
and even
curse.
Yeah.
then I thought about like putting that energy into like curse, exactly, yes, and
Or
that's
even, like,
would
voodoo.
it have to
Oh,
be
yeah, that's a
exactly
good one.
voodoo? Yeah, would it have to be cursed in order? But it have to be an object.
yeah.
But that's crazy to think about words even having an
Have you
energy
seen
on
American
something
Horror
about
Story?
that. You know what? American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Murder House, when they get like stuck in the house.
Yeah, I've
like
seen that one.
Whoever dies in the house, they're like stuck there.
Or cover. Oh,
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
know.
talking about? Yeah.
Murder House, the first one, right? First.
Yeah, and then in 1984, eventually, like it's like a season later on, like this lake, this campground. Whoever dies there, their spirit's stuck there forever, like no matter what. They're like they haunt the campground there, like they're stuck there. They're in like purgatory. They're stuck there,
I think you
depending on where they
saying-
die, like location.
You're saying like the object, a spirit has to stay into an object, and then with you saying like witchcraft, someone bringing out that spirit who is supposed to just resign in the object for eternity. You know what I mean? You're doing things that you were not supposed to do. You're bringing out this spirit, you know what I mean, out of this object, because if you usually witchcraft and all that evil stuff has
Oh,
to
it
do with
feeds
an
off,
object.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You got an object, you do all these things, and then that evil, quote unquote, that spirit that is in that object that is supposed to
What,
be there for eternity is coming out.
Is it Poltergeist when their house is built on like an Indian burial ground?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's an object that isn't supposed
There's
to be
like
fucked
bones
up.
and shit. Like yeah.
And that's
They're
where the
digging
static
it and
TV
shit.
be coming in too.
Oh yeah, that's
what you're
right.
talking about.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Right, watching your game. Fucking static.
Oh, this is
TV.
the last thing that I want. Like, damn ghost, come on.
Lakers up 4.
That was a Family Guy spoof too. Peter was trying to like fucking Stewie crawled into the TV.
Oh yeah.
They're here.
What was the song?
God damn it. I forget. Yeah.
I've always
Wasn't
wanted to
Meg's
do this.
asshole like the exit
Yeah.
to the fucking
Yeah.
portal or
The
whatever?
portal. Yeah. They were throwing shit into it into the closet. It would come out her ass.
Yeah.
Too good.
Should give me a tennis ball or something. And they threw the ball.
Phoom. That's good.
Yeah.
So growing up, did like scary kid shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog scare y'all? Like to me,
I like
Courage was
watching
scary.
it.
I
It
think
was
I liked
scary.
watching Courage too,
Scooby Doo.
Fun, scary.
obviously.
It's
Yeah.
fun, scary.
but
but it always made you like second guess everything at night a little bit.
Dude,
Hocus
horror,
Pocus.
horror movies for sure
yeah.
scared the fuck out of me.
that Disney movie Hocus Pocus,
It scared you?
Yeah.
dude, that scared the shit out of me.
You want to know the scariest one? Is it Pan's Labyrinth?
Oh
Where
yeah.
the motherfucker with no face like
Has
puts the
eyes.
shit on his hands and he puts it up to his eyes and he's like looking around. I tell you, that shit
Stop.
fucked with me, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
can
can
see
see
it
that.
now. I didn't watch it, but I've seen it on Netflix. The
You've
thing,
seen it on
and
Netflix.
I've seen that.
It's fucking scary. I'd square up. Bitch, what are you, fucking
Jeepers
Southpaw?
Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers was my
Creepers.
shit.
Yeah, hell
Well,
Yeah,
look,
but the
Jeepers
bus
Creepers.
on the
It wasn't.
second one,
It was yes. It was never scary though,
It was
but
cool.
it was like a good movie to watch.
The
Yeah.
third one was
Third one was
literally probably one of the worst movies I've ever
Yes.
watched
Right
in my
on.
life.
Oh,
It was
yeah, they're
terrible.
always
We're gonna have to
terrible.
edit that part out. We don't even want to mention the third one.
I highly want to mention to everybody that is the worst movie
What's
I've
the
ever
scariest
seen.
movie you've ever seen?
Um,
I guess like what scared you at that point. Not scary now, maybe,
Yeah.
but scary.
Pan's
at that
Freddy
point.
Pan's
Krueger.
Pan's Labyrinth
Freddy
when I
Krueger
was a kid.
scared the shit out of me.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Freddy
definitely.
vs.
Yeah.
Jason was terrifying.
Here's the thing about those, all right?
The first Insidious.
Here's the
scared
thing
me.
about those motherfuckers. Freddy, Jason, Michael.
Conjuring.
Don't go out to the woods, all right? Just stay inside.
Well, I was always
Right?
afraid to
The
go to
first
sleep when I
Conjuring.
first watched it.
True.
That was my
No
thing.
doubt, yeah.
I
How am I
was
supposed to
wake
fight
up.
this?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, the hills
Get
have
caught
eyes.
up. Yeah, that shit scared you.
understand.
I've been up for 3 days.
The hills have eyes.
Tommy, you look
Oh,
rough.
The Hills Have Eyes was good.
What about that? What about the Alien and like Alien vs
Predator?
Predator movies?
That shit was just cool.
Yeah, I liked.
Hold
watching
on,
those.
shit, dude. Like the true Alien
He
movies.
was
Yeah.
scary.
Those ones,
Those
if
were
you watch
scary.
those as a kid,
Yeah.
that was terrifying.
Yeah, because aliens are fucking scary when you're a kid, but
Yeah,
then when
and
you
they
grow
didn't-
up, you're like,
They
They're
didn't
cute.
just show you.
and he said they're cute. What's up, bro?
Did you guys ever watch like the Wrong Turn series?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
my
That's
shit,
Cody's
too.
favorite to
Yes.
watch. So
That's
all
me
we-
and
we watched
Cody's.
all of
Running
them.
through there. Torches. Oh shit! I'll be so scared. Oh my gosh.
They're too narrow.
They're having fun out here. This is fun for the no.
Oh, look at them. They're smiling.
Eating
Look
fingers
one up,
and
Vince,
shit.
for-
Fucking
Please.
each other. Damn it.
Look
Put
up
up-
scariest movie of all time.
I think The Exorcist was a big one when it
Oh
first
my
came out.
gosh,
Oh,
that's the one that got
fuck.
me the most. Was
Amityville Horror. There he is.
Bro, I guarantee he can't fight. Oh, he does have an arrow though.
Yeah.
What's
you
the
know
fucking? What's
he's
the
gonna be
arrow
doing
movie?
some freaky shit to you, bro. He's gonna like do some weird stuff like eat your belly button. Ow.
Dude, in some of the wrong turns, yeah, some of them they're in the woods and they're fucking each
Well,
other.
he
Yeah,
just
they're
showed the
fucking
girl
with
that
the
was
sa- they're fucking-
giving birth to that whole alien looking
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, you think they're good?
They're
What?
hunting people down.
You son of a bitch.
I mean, you know, the little smash and dash real quick.
Me and Co-
Why is that bitch up there? Why is the bitch right
Wrong
there?
turn. Reboot.
Me and Cody have watched those movies over and over and again. I mean, we've seen every single one 1,000 times.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
I'll tell you what though.
I would just shoot him.
Yeah,
No one has a gun too.
No, they're all idiots.
They're all like
Bring a
super
gun.
fucking strong and everything.
They're
Right.
inbred like to the max of.
West Virginia mountain.
So look at him licking that. Look at him licking the spoon.
It's gonna taste good with supper.
supper.
He's licking toes. I'm pretty sure.
Ew.
You've seen the.
Why are there random people up there too?
Has
Are
anybody
those
seen the movie
are those
Monster
the
Man?
Monster Man?
Oh no.
I don't know.
I can't say what I want to say from that movie.
You don't even want to.
He said,
Is it too much?
now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it.
So let someone else say it if it's
This is a good movie.
I'll write it down.
You guys
'cause I'm
ever
not
seen this
saying
movie,
it.
The Stranger?
Oh
I've been told to
yeah.
watch it.
Oh, bro, that shit scared me for a little
Dude, the
bit.
third one's terrible though. Once again.
Garbage. They're like, bro, let's do it again 3 times.
Look up images of scariest movies. See if we get an idea.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
That's a scary movie. Sinister?
Yes.
Scary movie.
Sinister's fucking scary, bro.
I don't know. I found Insidious pretty scary.
Insidious
More
is
scary.
scary.
There you go, Logan.
There's my guy right there. Fucking
Oh, Hereditary. The Nun.
Oh yeah.
Scream.
What is that one up there?
Oh.
No, to the right.
Get out.
The Ring.
Grudge.
Grudge.
Oh yeah, The Grudge
That
used to
scared
scare
me.
the shit out of
That
me.
scared me.
And Get Out was actually a new fear about these women out here scouting,
Yeah. That was a good movie.
trying to get on the Last Dab podcast. No.
I should know a lot right now because I've been looking at all kinds, but I'm trying to think of what would be a good.
So that was a good series. That wasn't scary.
Yeah.
I don't think, really.
It was just
Rings.
glory.
Rings.
I don't know. I just thought it was so creepy how she would crawl like that, like leg over right shoulder.
On Scary Movie, she was crawling out. She said, "Sydney, this bitch is getting the floor away." He starts beating her ass.
Your TV is leaking.
That was funny. as hell.
You know which one did get me? What was that? The devil inside or whatever, and
Oh.
like she went in. She said it was like she went in there to like, I guess like maybe question her or something, and she was like complying and everything. The lady in the insane asylum, and then I guess she was her daughter.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she like, and it looked like because it was actually looked like it was like filmed like actually documentary,
Ew,
like an actual documentary.
Don't they crash the car at the end?
She's like, you're not my daughter. And she's like,
Yeah,
what?
and
She
she
was
said-
just talking about. She's like, you're not my daughter, and like freaks out, wigs out on her. Like I just thought it was.
Is this the
creepy.
one where she's like, connect the cuts, connect the cuts?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
she's
But her
scary as
fucking
fuck.
lips is like.
Do
Logan,
that,
you remember
do
this
that, and I'm
movie?
like, connect the cuts, connect the cuts.
Do you remember this movie, Logan? The Devil Inside. The mom's like,
You're not my daughter.
Yeah,
Can you do the clip?
Oh
The
yeah.
video right there.
You're not my daughter. Yeah, that shit's fucking scary.
No, don't. I don't even want that bad juju. Just get out of there.
No,
She's coming.
no, it's not gonna play it.
Copyright infringement.
No, but they did start to kind of freak me out with the like live view with the cameras and stuff. Even though it's probably like even more or less of
Paying
a
a lot.
budget, you know.
Right.
Then it
Like
started
the,
getting
um,
old.
Oh, it got
The gallows.
quick.
The gallows was the
Oh
scary
yeah,
one.
the gallows was
Yeah.
kind of creepy.
Have I seen?
Saw that
I
in
don't know if
theater.
I have. There's a bunch of them.
Blair Witch Project's pretty fucked up. Children of the Corn's pretty fucked up. Omen.
Children of the Corn.
Yeah, that's
Jebediah. Jebediah.
Have you seen Omen? The little the kid.
Yeah, little brat
needs a bed
on
done.
his tricycle.
28 Days, the zombie movie.
There's a bunch of good zombie movies.
28 weeks later.
Zombies.
That's what it's called.
That's like inevitable now.
28 days, and then there's 28 weeks.
Come play. I've never even seen that. Rotten Tomato.
I've never
Just
seen
Michael
Us.
Myers in general. Like, what the hell?
You know what I did enjoy was the Leprechaun.
Yeah, that shit
fuck
kind
was
of.
that
Oh,
about?
bro, that shit had
I
me
love
geeked
the
as a child.
But then I'd have like bad dreams about him. But then it's a silly dream because you can do shit if you like punt him.
You can punt him.
He's so short. He's like 3 feet tall.
That's
You're
not
goddamn
scary.
right.
It's like and Chucky isn't
Uppercut
bad.
his
either.
ass.
Chucky, well, yeah.
Like that's a light nightmare.
You ever
night,
seen Drag
you
Me
know?
to Hell? That's a scary movie.
Is that what the like she has to pull some drag me to hell?
What?
Pull something.
I get this one
Birth
confused.
control.
Okay,
Someone
Drag Me
needs
to
to
Hell.
clip. Someone needs to clip that. And he's like,
Yes, this is it.
Ew, look
Oh,
at
with
that
the
fucking
goat- the
sheep
goat
goat
talks.
thing.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. Yeah.
Bro, that old lady, she has to like stick her hand in her mouth.
Ew. Oh, it has Justin Long. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that one's a creepy one. I always get that one confused with Skeleton Key.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I forgot about that movie. When she has to take care of that house, or she has to like keep going to that lady's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Possession of Michael King. Possession of Michael King. It's a really good movie.
haven't seen that one.
Yeah. There's also another one. Oh, The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Oh
That
yeah.
sounds scary.
Have you guys seen that one?
I haven't seen that one.
Both of those movies are fucking terrifying. I like them both. Suggest them
I'm
both.
looking forward to the next fucking scary movie to be like the OG classic. You know what I mean?
That's
There
why I
is
feel like
some-
I don't get
There hasn't
scared.
been
You
a
know,
good
there's a
scary
new
movie out
there's a
in a
new
while.
Scream movie, like a new one coming out, 2021.
I mean, I didn't. I mean, I was about to say that I enjoyed watching Scream. Like
Scream was
I-
one of my all-time favorites.
What scares you though? Because is there anything that scares
Yeah,
It's
I
more
know.
of a
That's the
thriller.
thing.
But have you ever watched
A
the
lot.
Scream on the Netflix? It's a TV series.
No.
Is it good?
It's actually a pretty
I'll have to
good
check
one.
it out.
to me.
See, I haven't seen
Suspense.
that. I've just seen the movies.
Suspense
Right
is
on.
scary.
Right on, guys.
You know what else is suspenseful?
Yeah.
That motherfucking last dab wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Here we go. We got all of us now because Mike can smoke. Let's see where she lands on.
Jared,
J Rock.
I want to pass it off.
you gotta pass it too.
Yeah, I mean,
You get your pass off.
I want to pass it
Yeah.
off to them. That
Mike.
you know, yeah, Mike hasn't.
Spin it one more time. Let's see what happens. It's gonna land on Mike Route. Watch. That was just a warm up. And it's Jared again.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Seems like
He said that
Just taking the fucking
Jared's
last
got to
out.
do it now.
Well,
He said, "Oh fuck it, that's
We-
how we roll."
Thanks for coming on, LJ.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
for
me.
real, man. Thanks for.
Yeah, thanks for just hanging out, chilling.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
is there anything you want to put out there? Anything you're doing? Anything you want
working.
to say?
Living
Yeah, I'm
life.
just a working dad.
Living
That's it.
life.
Exactly.
Being a good dad. Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Living life
what
one
we
day at a
like.
time.
Right on.
Well,
that's the best thing we can do, bro.
Yeah. We gotta have you back on.
One blunt down.
just get the mind right. Get on with the day.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate having you on, brother.
Man, thanks for having me.
Wish you the best.
Sir.
Get up
Right
out
on.
of here.
Peace.
All right.